coming up. The nicer weather might have some families wanting to get out of the house. We hear from a parent as they enjoyed the day.
And one outdoor sport that's seen an increase in activity during the ongoing pandemic is fishing. How anglers are continuing to fish while staying safe. Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day. We'll
get to our top stories in just a moment, but first let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens.
All right, weather. Well, looking a little wetter today across KELOLAND. Have a look at some early morning rain gauge reports, and we're already coming in nearly an inch of rain out in Faith. That is some welcome news here. We've been a little drier in that area up into the north central and central. Pier just starting to add some rain here after 7 this morning, and we'll be adding to those totals throughout the day. In fact, I think a half an inch to an inch of rain is a pretty good bet in eastern KELOLAND out of this system. Maybe some local totals a little more than that. So, yep, we'll work on wetting up the topsoil here the next 24 hours. Highs today, upper 50s to near 60s. The clouds are thick. Winds are a little gusty. Pier, Rapid City, 15 to 30, gusting near 40 in Rapid. That's a quick look at weather, and we'll have the rest of the forecast in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Brian. We have the latest COVID-19 data from the South Dakota Department of Health.
There are 3 more active cases, 43 more positive cases, and 40 more recovered. There have been 2,631 positive cases. The number of deaths remains at 21. We also learned from Avera that Washington High School is a COVID-19 test site that will be open tomorrow. You do have to call before you would go, though.
And we spoke with B.J. Modley, the president of UFCW Local 304A. He represents Smithfield workers in Sioux Falls. He tells us that Smithfield employees, people in their households, and family will be able to get free COVID-19 testing at Washington High School. This is available Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning until 8 at night. He says that some employees are returning to work at the Smithfield plant in Sioux Falls today.
The Sioux Falls City Council unanimously approved the first reading of an ordinance to lift COVID-19 restrictions on businesses. The ordinance would allow bars and restaurants to reopen as long as they keep customers at least 6 feet apart. Fitness centers and entertainment venues can operate at 50% of their posted capacity.
I believe what's being put forward today has all the good intentions, all the right intentions in place. Is it right? Is it wrong? Again, I'm glad I'm living in Sioux Falls. I'm glad I've got a group of people like you that are helping make tough decisions.
The council will vote on a second reading of the ordinance this Thursday. Businesses could start to reopen on Friday.
City parks have been busy after Sioux Falls Mayor Paul Tenhaken announced a limited reopening of the parks on Thursday. Playground equipment is once again open for kids to climb around and have fun. Sertoma Park was on Friday as parents brought their children out to enjoy the beautiful weather and release some energy from being cooped up in the house.
I'm just enjoying the fact that we can be out and enjoy the equipment and maybe finally see some light at the end of the tunnel.
While parks are open, picnic shelters, bathrooms, and drinking fountains are still closed off to the public.
The Starlight Drive-In Theater in Mitchell has been empty for 7 years, but that's about to change. Because of COVID-19, the owners of the LOGAN luxury theaters in Mitchell decided to reopen their drive-in to allow people to watch movies at a safe distance. The theater closed in 2013 because attendance numbers didn't support the cost of the digital world of movies. This could change that.
Some of my fondest memories are out here, so I am beyond thrilled to have the chance to open it again. Yeah, we're so excited.
They hope to have the drive-in ready to go by May 8th, but that could change. To keep updated with the opening day, we've provided a link under this story on KELOLAND.com.
South Dakota Game Fish and Parks says they've seen an increase in fishing this spring as people continue to look for outdoor activities. At Lake POINSETT, both the department and anglers have noticed the increase in fishing traffic.
They've also seen many anglers using protective masks and keeping their distance, but don't see the increase in anglers changing anytime soon.
It's definitely going to be more crowded until other things start to open up. You know, obviously if you're fishing out of a boat and you're not with family, you cannot remain socially distanced, but you know, people are making that choice on their own.
The Game Fish and Parks Department says there's also more areas for people to fish this year than a year ago due to the drier spring. Brian?
All right, well, it's certainly getting a little wetter today. Here's a closer look at Futurecast. Picking up on those showers and isolated thunder showers, central KELOLAND this morning. We'll likely see things a little more focused here along the boundary mid to late morning west of Sioux Falls. So I think here probably at least along I-29, expect more of that to pick up through the early to mid-afternoon. Obviously, 3 o'clock, we're seeing the showers and the rain. Pretty common eastern South Dakota. West River areas drying out a little bit, and I expect that wind also to be a story in Rapid. We'll lose the wind, though, tonight in Rapid City. Sioux Falls will have a breeze out of the southeast and still showery this evening. So probably plan on more indoor things to stay preoccupied, as the outdoors will be a little wet. Tomorrow morning we'll wrap up the showers western Minnesota. Now, there is some clearing taking place tomorrow, but we'll probably see some of those clouds billowing back up and some popcorn variety showers. In other words, what we'll see on radar are these freckles and spots where rain will be hit and miss of that variety tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening. And then that'll dissipate. Wednesday looking cool. In fact, cool is the theme of the entire 7-day forecast. Say goodbye to the 70s and 80s. They're gone for now. Here's your 7-day forecast as we wrap it up, and we're seeing those highs in Sioux Falls likely between 55 and 60 degrees much of the upcoming week. There could be some showers by Thursday. There also will likely be frosty areas as early as Friday morning. Saturday morning's low at 30. So heads up for gardeners. We're going to have to deal with some of that yet before the week is done. Aberdeen also quite cool, 55 to 60 degree temperatures at the end of the week. Our next round of rain enters Pierre by Thursday as we remain cool. And Rapid City also looking at showers returning on Thursday and much below normal weather throughout the rest of the 7-day. Guys?
All right, thanks, Brian, and thanks for joining us for KELOLAND on the Go. Be sure to join us on air for midday in KELOLAND.
Until then, you can get up to the minute developments right here on KELOLAND.com. Now go have a great day.